Hey guys, today with another video, today. Today it's going to be a flea market video, an update video, and a video of me showing off some of my new knives that I've made myself since I've got back. First thing I'll do is the updates real quick. Now, an update on some of these items are some items that I bought while I was down in the Queen, and I've already since cleaned up and restored them. And another update is on a few other items that I've purchased and cleaned up since then. Let's go ahead and do that. First update I'll do is on my Filipino machete. I bought while I was in the Queen. I've already cleaned it up and restored it back to functional shape. It has severe pitting. You can still see it even with the paint on it. I gave it a nice coat of black paint and gave it a sharp edge and then taped the handle. Even though the handle itself was in pretty good shape, it's solid. It's plastic that was casted right on the tang, which is really good. Lets me know this handle's never coming off. And this, how long it is mainly it's Filipino style, and it's very good quality. I'm not really going to use this machete. This is really going to go in my collection because I don't have much high quality machetes or one that's as long as this. This would have been mainly used for everything from cutting trees to corn, you name it, this would cut it. So that's going to look great in my collection, and for $5, that was a heck of a deal. Next, as y'all may remember, while I was in the Queen, I got some bamboo, and when I said I came home, I would do a bamboo style axe. So here's what it looks like. Real chunk of bamboo on the handle. Nice piece of steel piping for the piece right here. 2 bolts and a circular saw blade with these aggressive looking teeth. And the saw blade was pitted, obviously, but I blasted all the rust off and gave it a nice coat of paint. Very sharp, very wicked looking teeth on it. And this is another axe I made out of a circular saw blade. Out of the saw blade I brought back home with me, has 3 steel shafts put together to create the handle. We got one piece right here, another piece right here, and another piece right here. Each one is bolted together. Very lightweight. Nice little combat axe. And this will be put for sale too. Let's see. Yeah. Last update I'll do is on this single shot I bought while I was in the Queen. I've already fully cleaned it up, re-blued the barrel, and re-blued the receiver. Looks a heck of a lot better than it did. Anyway, what I was able to find out is that this gun is a New York Arms Company import, which means this thing could have come from a number of places. So we really don't know where this gun came from or how old it is. All we know is that it was imported, and hopefully we'll be able to get some parts for it because all it needs is a hammer and a foregrip. And my suspicions was right. This barrel has been cut. The factory barrel that this should have came with should have been 30 inches long. It was cut down to 25.5 inches. So, anyway, it'll still look great on my wall. Thanks very much, Aaron. I love this gun. This will stay in my collection. Alright. Next is on a couple of items I got from a flea market and a pawn shop with my dad. Didn't get very much because there wasn't really much available because I was on a budget. First thing I got were these 2 straight razors. I paid $18 for the pair. One I'm going to keep, one I'm going to sell, and the one I'm keeping is the shaving one because I like that pearl handle and the classic look to it. Very sharp. Definitely going in my collection. So this one I'm going to keep, the other one I'm going to sell. Next is this King of the Forest straight razor made by Rough Rider. This one's going to be put for sale. Very sharp. Next is this Japanese meat cleaver, or sushi cleaver, technically. Very great shape. I didn't even Didn't even need to do any cleaning. All I did is give it a nice bath and dawn. It was already polished and cleaned when I got it. And I've already sharpened it. It is very sharp, so I'm going to put this for sale too. Next is this Gerber knife that I've already sold. My buddy Blake bought this from me, hence why I'm doing this video. So that should sell really good. So that I bought from a flea market, and this I bought from a flea market. Alright. Yeah. Next is on some items I received before I came back from, wait a minute, after I came back from the Queen. And the first item I'll show off is this knife that my father bought me. This is a Buck 102, if I'm right. Check the stamp. Yep, 102. Definitely one of my favorites. Thank you, Dad. I've always wanted one of these, and it'll look great in my collection. So y'all better thank my dad for getting me this. And let me know if you want me to do a video of all my buck knives together. Next is on this buck case that my father gave me. This case that he gave me, the knife in it's a Buck 112. I've already shown this in a previous video, but I didn't have a case for it. My father was able to find me one dirt cheap. So thank you, Dad. Fits my Buck 112 perfectly. Next is on another buck case that he found me dirt cheap on eBay. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot about this one. This is another Buck 110 from the 60s, if I remember right, with the one dot on each side. Very squared up, not like your average buck knife. And he paid $20 for this on eBay, so thank you, Dad. This will look great in my collection. And he found me this little case with another knife. So, either way, all my buck knives are going to have cases and sheets. I always make sure of that. So thank you, Dad. Next is on a buck knife I received in the mail when I got home. This is a brand new Buck 119 2020 stamp. Brand new, never even been used. I traded the guy one of my Buck 110s same year in exchange for this. Thank you very much, my friend. Sadly, I didn't do an unboxing video because I didn't have time, so I just went ahead and opened it anyway. I mean, this knife is so iconic. It's been in countless movies, countless horror movies, even in a song. So that's definitely one of my favorites. Thank you, my friend. I'll probably be carrying this one, but probably not as much because I want to keep it looking nice. Alright, and the last thing that my father got me was this Barlow. And it's a lot more unique than your average Barlow. It's got the simple Barlow blade, but it's also got an electrician's screwdriver. Very rare, very unique, not something you see every day. So that's going to look great in my collection. Thank you, Dad. Next is, I don't know if I've already shown this or not, but this is a Super Camp Cane. Very unique with the two tools on the back, and I replaced the bail because the original one was gone. I've already polished and cleaned it up. Excuse me. That'll look great in my collection. Alright, last but not least, is just show off some knives that I have made that I'll be putting up for sale. First, as y'all may remember in a previous video, these are two knives I made out of a machete. This one I've already sold to one of my local friends. This one's going to be put up for sale to anybody who wants it. Next is something I've been waiting to do for a long time. Make a stag Bowie knife or hunting knife. I bought some stag while I was down in the Queen, as y'all may remember in a previous video. And it turned out really well. Made the blade myself, made the guard, and that tang goes all the way to right here. Fits in it very perfectly, very light, very sharp. This will be put for sale, but for a good price that I'll be willing to let it go for. Next is on a knife I made when I got back from the Queen. A simple D-guard knife with very wicked looking teeth on the back. Made the guard itself out of a piece of steel, blade made out of a lawnmower blade, handle of wood, and a bolt for the pommel. Very deadly trench knife. Next is, I don't normally make these, but I normally make them every once in a while. I made a giant punch dagger where it's flat on one side, edged on the other, which means it's chisel ground. Which then again, I made this from a chisel. Very sharp. This will definitely be put for sale to anybody who wants it. Definitely deadly. Next is another deer antler knife I designed. Made the blade out of an old saw blade. The handles, of course, deer antler, and a piece of brass for the bolster right here. Came out really well. Again, this will be put for sale. Next is a little dagger I designed. I had a broken OTF blade, so I decided to take the blade and see what I could do with it, and I made a little tang and put it in this handle. Great little knife. This one will definitely be put for sale too. Last but not least is a little claw knife I designed. Again, with a piece of deer antler, curved to where it goes into your hand really well. Nice little hawk-bill blade with a piece of brass. Again, this will be put for sale. Alright. That's all the stuff I've got to show. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video of all my buck knives that I've collected over the years. And let me know if you want me to do another video on my, let's see, what could I say? Since one of my friends suggested this, let me know down in the comments if you want me to do a video of all my Boy Scout and Girl Scout knives that I've collected over the years, thanks to my father, of course. So, yep, that's all the knives I've got to show. I guess, as always, stay sharp.